All right, so I have hit record and I am now here with Mubarik, who is a HVAC student at our Vancouver campus. Welcome, Mubarik. How are we today?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I am fantastic. I am getting excited. I love football. And what is this Sunday? Super Bowl. I am ecstatic.
Really? I'm not a football person. I'm more of a baseball person.
Okay.
So I'm
Who's your
sorry to
team?
break your
Who's your
heart.
team?
Who's my team?
Yes.
Okay. I just like watching it. I don't really have a
Okay.
team per se.
Okay.
Because when I moved here to America, the first thing I got to witness was a baseball team. And so I got the hot dog, and then I got the stadium, and then I heard people yelling, and then my 7-year-old self was like, yeah, I like this. This is a nice vibe.
Well, I would say I like baseball as well. I love going to games, and I was a baseball mom. My son was playing baseball since he was 5 years old. So he played all the way up through junior high and high school. He didn't, go into college or anything like that with baseball, but he was definitely into sports, and baseball was the first sport he played. So yeah, exciting. All right. So tell me a little bit about that. So you moved to the United States from where at the age of what, 7 years old?
Well, I moved from Ghana, West Africa, when I
Okay.
was 4 to America, and then after that, my story just continued there, and
Okay.
then I just became me,
You
and
became
that's the
you.
summary.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. My dad
Well,
saved up a lot of money for me and my mom to get a green card so I could have a better opportunity here. And so now my goal is to do better than my dad's position. He's a taxi driver currently. Um, and so help him out and then make him retire so he doesn't have to do taxi driving anymore. And then, yeah, just chill.
that's so awesome. Like wanting to, basically pay it forward, right? And give back to your parents.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. That is so sweet of you.
You gotta think about your parents a little bit. You can't just leave them out.
I mean, I was excited that I went and, I made homemade enchiladas and I drove them over to my dad's today. He was excited.
Oh, that sounds so sweet.
It
Can I
wasn't
have
that
some?
sweet.
I want some.
They are good. They are good. I will say that.
Oh.
So what led you to enrolling at Charter College? Like how did you get to Charter College? Tell me that.
Okay, this is actually a story. All right, I have it came into a accumulation of things that happened when I got into charter. So the first time I went to charter, there's two parts to it. The first time I was just checking it out, and then I saw some of the programs, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty interesting. I gave a call, and then I don't know who called, or I don't know who responded, but they were it kind of felt like a little bit of a rush to me in a sense where it's just like, so when do you want to get started with the tour? And I'm like, whoa, I don't think I'm ready yet. Slow your roll. So I just kind of did nothing. I just kind of just silence for a couple of months. But then an accumulation of events happened where I was just where I kind of have this thing where it's just like, if someone gets me angry to a degree, I don't think about it and I just go. I just do something. And there was an event, I don't remember the day, but there was a specific day where, because I work at Target, there's a specific day where a guest that's how we call our customers guests. At the time, they got me mad. They triggered me. I don't know what they did. I don't remember, but it got me furious. So I think literally the next day when I woke up, I looked at my calendar and I looked at my calendar and then I looked at the charter website and I was like, heck it, I'm just, you know what, I'm just gonna go call them. And then I called them, boop, 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 did the little phone thing, and then they're like, oh hey, welcome to charter. What do you want to do? And I was just put me in HVAC. And they're like, whoa, oh, do you not want to know about it? It's like, nope, just take me in now. Just take me in now. And they're like, wow, you're really easy to just persuade, and they're like, yep, just take me now, I don't care, just go. And so that was one of the events that happened. Another was my dad was just like, hey, when are you going to go to college? And he just kept bothering me about it. And so I was just like, you know what, you bother me so much that I wanna graduate and move out just to because you're doing this. You're doing this whole thing. And I'm not liking this. And I think the third event was just like I was just ready to move on. I was tired of Target. My dad wants me out of there. I get it. I'm 22. I need to get out of there anyways. I'm practically an adult. And yeah, I just wanted a better career, so I was just like, might as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's something that, I could see that us parents would do when you're going to college, when you're going to better yourself, But look, you did it, right? Like you're almost done with your program. Like literally you're in your last week, are you not?
Yes, I got 2 more days left. I got all the phone numbers of everyone in class. Connections is very important. If this is going online or transcript, I want the students to know, always have contacts to like almost everybody. So then you just have connections everywhere.
That's
the most
right.
important asset.
Yeah. So have you built connections like in the community as well, in terms of job search, or what are your future plans, with your certificate in the HVAC program?
All right. So I did do some ride-alongs with a company called Intech in Vancouver, Washington for a bit. And then they were kind of like, hey, so, you've been doing a lot of ride-alongs with us. You want to get hired? And I had to reject them, like the high school crush that rejects you. I had to reject them. just being like, hey, I gotta see my options here. I'm sorry to say. So I let them go for a bit. And then I went on a tour yesterday with a different company for industrial. It's for boilers. And so they're gonna have an interview with me next week because this week's schedule is just so busy already. So next week I'm gonna have an interview with them and see. I'm a little interested in that just to see what they have in store. And after that, nothing else really. But I am continuing my education here at Charter to do something a little bit of a switch up, doing computer informations. But my bachelor's for that. So because I want to have both the blue collar and the white collar job, because I think those are both very important as well in just aspects of career.
So what I'm hearing is that you are ultimately going to have a job in HVAC while you're continuing your degree, and not just a degree, but a bachelor's degree in computer information systems, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you do understand that this correlate with HVAC because of just how digital the HVAC systems are going. So that's going to be so substantial and beneficial for you.
Yeah, especially in the boilers, if I do get interested in that, because they do have an engineer's position open, and we do need to know a bit of computers and programming to go further with that. A bit, just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
That's fantastic. How exciting. I bet your dad is so proud. Does dad know?
My dad is a typical, he's a typical dad where he those dads kind of just, the dads that don't say anything, they just kind of go, He's one of those. No, he just, yeah, okay. That's it. They don't express any emotions until the very end, I guess.
Well, I bet you he will be very excited to see you graduate. You're going to walk across that stage, for your HVAC, at least the first one, your certificate in HVAC, and he's going to be so, so happy and so proud of you.
I mean, I'm a little nervous because Jim, the instructor in the program, wants me to do the speech. So now I got to get a speech ready too. I'm not good at speeches.
You've got this. You've got this. You would do great.
I'll pull my best Obama or something. I don't know.
You would do great. You would do awesome. I swear.
I'll try.
So, just in speaking with our campus manager, speaking with student academic advising, I mean, Patricia there at the front desk, everyone's just like, Mubarik is huge, full of life, just a great character. What is that driving force? What builds that excitement and, just that motivation for you, day in, day out? I
don't know what they told you. It's all a lie. No. I don't know. Everyone's been saying that since like middle school, since I went to an art school. I don't know. I truly don't. I would say my mother. I give her all the credit in all honesty for the personality that she made because she raised me most of the time. My dad was busy with work, so I guess my mom. That's the best answer I could give you.
Is your mom a happy, happy, lovely person that's just, smiling all the time too?
Yes, all the time. I don't get it sometimes. Because sometimes I'm serious like my dad, where I'm just like, and then my mom's just like trying to break my character, where I'm just driving super serious, and she's like, "Why are you so mad?" And I'm like, "I'm not." And then she jokes around.
You're like, "I'm focused, Mom. I'm driving."
Yeah.
So tell me this, like, are there resources for you to be successful as a student there? In the HVAC program, you talked about, your instructor, Jim, asking you to do the speech, and but do you have the resources that you needed to be successful in the program? I know that you're obviously completing the program, you're graduating. Did you have support there, on the campus to help you get to this spot where you're at?
Yeah, definitely. I think it was the students as well that are like also at the in job while going to school, like installers that are there to get their technician degree, so then they could just be technicians instead. They helped a lot because when Jim was busy and I'm like, I don't know anything of this, those students would come in and actually help me in as well. I think I still have resources even after the fact I graduate because Charter does still have the program where you can still come into the lab and practice. So I think that's still a benefit in itself.
Definitely, where they have the open labs and you can come in thereafter and just practice and like what you said is, contacts, right? And build that, that notebook of phone numbers and
yes, I learned that from my dad.
Networking.
Yeah, I learned that one from my dad. He's like the extrovert. My mom is the introvert. Yeah, my dad had like when we went to an Africa trip, so many people would know him, and I was looking at my dad like, Dad, no offense, are you like a mafia boss or something? Everyone knows you. How does everyone know you and then somehow know me even though I've never been here? And he's like, I just have a lot of contacts, and I'm like, okay, that's probably a lesson to know.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Networking is huge. 100%. 100%. So that's there's the tip from Mubarik, everyone, right there.
Yes, it's important. I swear.
What would you say has been the best part of attending Charter College? What's your greatest, memory or fondest, just fact about Charter College?
The students. I would literally just say the classmates. That's it. You will have a character of classmates where it makes it a lot easier. Because I remember when I first started, it was just me and Jim alone. Everyone else didn't do it, so it really made like a deter difference. Because that first mod of me and Jim alone, it made me want to drop. I genuinely wanted to drop out because I was just like, I'm just doing this alone. This kind of sucks. I don't have anyone. But literally right after that in the second mod, it made my confidence a lot more bigger because I wasn't just alone in that. So that was a lot that made it a lot easier. And then the students more like you can always pick each other up with morality. So that's just what makes it better. Absolutely. Like if one person is down, you can pick them up.
Right.
Yeah.
Kind of carrying each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Carrying each other to the finish line. It's like a team.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah. I get it. So we know that you're finishing your HVAC program this week. Woohoo. Awesome. We know that you're starting your bachelor's program, which is fantastic. Yes. So ultimately, if you're thinking down the road, Mubarik's future, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Oh man, in 5 years? Okay, let me do the math here. When I'm like 22, so I'd be 27, 22. Yeah, 27. I'm a person of plan. So hopefully by 27, hopefully by 27, I'm engaged. Hopefully I find someone. I have a boo.
Okay.
I don't know yet. I haven't found love, but I mean, if I'm advertising myself now, hey, I'm
Networking,
single.
networking.
Yes, networking, indeed.
He's
Indeed, ma'am,
single.
indeed.
Ladies, he's single.
Yes, you single black man, um,
With an education.
with an education, indeed, and knows what he's doing. That's one goal. Definitely find some love because I don't want to be alone out here. um, my plan is to hopefully be self-employed. Blue collar work is not my long-term goal. It'd be mainly in the white collar field, for sure, if anything. I want to do something within technology realm and stuff like that, and really make a difference within the world and seeing what I can do there. I just started to stop the habit of watching entertainment and more of reading instead, because I've been into some finance books recently, and then they kind of talk about, hey, what do you want in your future? How do you observe these like millionaires or billionaires and what the habits they do? And a lot of them is just reading a lot of books. And if you get bored, read a book that's entertaining but also educational in that sense. So that's what I've been doing mainly. And I've just been getting into stocks and stuff like that. So I'm actually learning a lot within that, and then knowing what like short selling is, what is buying and what is selling, and what other businesses like. You just kind of have to find the fun in it and the educational worth of it, and then that will make it a lot easier for success, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. But yeah, within that goal, it's just a lot of more self-sufficient independency and being self-employed. That's my long-term goal for when I'm around 27, 28. Hopefully, I'm crossing my fingers.
All right. Well, those are some good goals.
Thank you.
I like that. Yeah. So if you'd like, and you want to give a shout out to your family, friends, or support system who have kind of carried you through or helped you through, at least through your HVAC program, feel free to do so now. I
would say shout out Jim. As much as you teased me, I made it with high honors too. 33.81. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, just getting smarter every day. So thank you, Jim, for dealing with me and understanding, or just simplifying it a lot more palatable for me to like retain the stuff that I needed to know for HVAC systems. That I really appreciate. I appreciate my instructor for that.
Awesome. So how would you say your decision to go to Charter College and further your education has impacted you and those closest to you?
I would say it impacted me because it gives me the chance to actually move out. That was the main goal, to move out. And now my dad's like a little scared. He's like, oh, I didn't expect you to really just jump into it and just go. So it impacted me in that positive way. It really impacts me because now I just kind of know what the steps forward needs to be within my life goals. I learned how to use Excel pretty well within like different forms of budgeting, and then also writing down goals in Excel and seeing how to achieve that a lot more efficiently. Yeah.
Out of all the different things that you learned and all the just the elements in HVAC, what would you say is your favorite?
My favorite? Oh, let me see here. I would still say electrical, even though I'm not like the strongest suit in electrical. I would say electrical because I just kind of like having the aesthetic pleasures of rewiring and then just straightening it out and then just making it nice and look neat. But I still need to learn how to read the schematics a lot better because sometimes it does confuse me where I'm just like, what is this? I don't get why it's over here. Why is this color different than the wire color? I don't get this. So that is, even though that's my weakest point, I enjoy that weak point.
Okay. And maybe it just is the fact that it is not your strongest suit, and so you're still learning it, and your mind likes to learn, and most people's minds like to work. So oftentimes that's the reason why, even though it's the hardest for them, it's their favorite.
You might be right. I didn't think of it like that, actually. I didn't think of it like that.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what would you tell someone who is looking into charter college or considering enrolling?
Oh, man. Oh, I'm not good at this advice. um, I would say, I would still say the connections thing, on all honesty, because many people might continue to stay in that education or leave with it, and like, hey, this is not interesting. I would still say have those connections with people because it's still important to have no matter what. Just having that phone book and all that is just great in that asset of you just never know what's gonna happen. If like you might be like, hey, I'm re-interested again, or hey, I'm not interested, or like even someone gives you a text being like, hey, I just discovered this, thought that you might want to know about it too. You just never know.
That's true. Yeah. And knowing is half the battle, right?
That is true. Knowledge is power, kids. Knowledge is power.
All right. So I always like to ask, one fun thing to everybody. So I'm going to ask you, Mubarak, if you could have one superpower, what would it be and why?
I hate that question because I don't even know. Dang. Okay. This is probably just selfish of me. The ability not to not get tired, where it's like sleep. I know
Okay.
we need it, but if I just had the ability to just literally not sleep and be okay with not sleeping, I would get so much done in cleaning the garage, reading so many books. Like, I would be unstoppable. But sadly, I need to sleep for like 8 to 9 hours and then I'm feeling rejuvenated.
Well, if you had the ability to be okay and be great and not sleep, I would invite you to come clean my garage.
Yes, yeah, I would do it too. I would genuinely
Because
do it.
you would then have more time than anyone else in the world.
Yeah, you literally have like more than 24 hours in the weird, yeah.
Well, Mubarak, is there anything else that you would like to shout out or say or give advice to before we end today?
No, I don't have my list of quotes. I actually have a list of quotes, but I don't have a good quote in my head right now.
Well, then what we'll do is we will do a segment 2 once I know that you're working in the field and you're working on your bachelor program, and we'll meet up and you'll bring your book of quotes, right? And your phone book, and we'll see how thick it is.
Oh gosh, it's not even that big yet. It's not big yet.
We'll compare it to your dad's.
My dad's? Oh, dude, I lost already. He already has like people from Africa that I don't like. He has like so many.
You'll get there one day, I promise.
What? Hopefully, maybe.
Well, Mubarak, it was a pleasure meeting with you today. I thank you so much. Congratulations on nearing the completion of your HVAC program and entering into your bachelor's program.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
You have a wonderful rest of your day.
Yes, you too. Have a great day.